Okay, so the upper classes, a large corner of the upper classes, they're doing all the devastation and the turmoils since the 80s and then long before that as well. So let's look at all of that. All right, so 9/11 and 7/7 and the Manchester bombings was all organised in commissions by the upper classes and they are in the Houses of Lords. That's why there's a barricade of defence barricade outside of the Houses of Lords newly built because the information is out there that they are the ones that have created COVID, also 9/11 and 7/7 and they're also now bringing in mass immigration because the Houses of Lords, the upper classes, it's not that well known, but they are Stalinist, non-British. Okay, they're very anti-Semitic, worse than Hitler. Okay, now they are in the Houses of Lords. They certainly need to be barricaded in because they're so bad. They own the banks, and then they're creating the rising cost of living. All the ailments that are suffering Britain right now are coming from the Houses of Lords that also want to blow up Parliament. That's their view, you see. Can you see how non-British they are? They literally put a symbol on their banknote of Parliament in yellow and they plan to blow it up. That's the Houses of Lords that own the banks, that created the cost of living, 9/11 there, ASME demolition and Northern Irish terrorism. Alright, so they're very scared right now. They barricaded themselves in. They are also, you can't barricade themselves in because these upper classes and Houses of Lords people, they've stolen the electronic companies and they are essentially exiled Russians that are not wanted in Europe. Ended up in Britain and France as the upper classes, and they stole the electronic companies off the hosting countries all around Europe. So all electronic companies are also the upper classes like cash converters, CEX, all the electronic Pakistani electronic shops. That's your upper classes, Stalinist, non-British people that want to destroy England, that did 9/11, did 7/7, all these incidents. They're so rogue. They are Stalinists. They are the upper classes. They're the Houses of Lords. We need to control them to control and counter-attack COVID. We need to control the Houses of Lords to counter-attack and prevent 9/11. Okay, we need to control the Houses of Lords to counter-attack and prevent another 7/7 bombing. Alright, so there it is. They barricaded themselves in. It's them telling themselves that we all now know who's doing what and where that mass immigration really is coming from, and that those Houses of Lords are also all the pub landlords. They are the upper class jobs everywhere in the country, including inside the hospitals, the GPs and the doctors. They are also the Houses of Lords, the upper classes that have created the cost of living, 9/11, 7/7 and a whole load more in the future if we don't oust them and get rid of them. They are non-British, get them out of the country, out of Europe, out of everywhere. And that these Houses of Lords, they are also the gay communities and they are also created Hamas and then they're also Zelensky. So they're rogue Russians. Zelensky is an exiled Russian group. They were exiled out of Russia because they killed 90 million Russian middle and working class people, the farming world. Right, so that's Indo-Russia is the farming world. That model is now throughout Europe and enjoyed throughout America as well, the Indo-Russian farming model. Alright, so now Zelensky is the exiled Russian people that murdered 90 million Russians, and now he's Zelensky and the British upper class, the Houses of Lords, that actually want to blow up Parliament too. They're that rogue. Alright, so they need to be controlled. They're easily got at. They're right in the centre of town. at the Houses of Lords, and there are also all the pub landlords, all the hotel managers, and the doctors, the GPs. They are also the upper classes, and they're pissing on the British middle and working class people with endless amount of wars that are costing the taxpayers and the middle and working class people a fortune. We can't spend it on ourselves because of the upper classes constantly got us at war, and it's their sexuality. They are a homosexual paedophiles group, the Houses of Lords. Champagne Supernova is about the Houses of Lords with little boys. Okay, now they are a gay paedophiles group, homosexuals with penis envy. They are all the judges and lawyers attacking all the politicians. Okay, all the judges and lawyers are a homosexual paedophile group that have got penis envy, and they're exceptionally psychotic. So they need to be controlled, the Houses of Lords, yes or no? So the judges and the upper classes are a well-known homosexual paedophile sect amongst all the psychologists out there in the psychology community. It's well known that the upper classes, the Houses of Lords, is a homosexual paedophile group, and they're all the judges out there and the lawyers and the doctors, right? So, and that these judges and lawyers, homosexual paedophile group, no girls allowed, they are got penis envy syndrome, and it's chronic, and that's why they're at war. That's why we're at war constantly since the 80s and since the First and Second World War and the Vietnam War. All of this is an attack by those with penis envy. For instance, the Vietnam War, the gays, the paedophiles, the gay paedophiles of Vietnam, and they're attacking America because Vietnam and the gays have got penis envy syndrome, and they're attacking and they're jealous of America. Alright, so now it's going on here in Europe and also over in Israel, a penis envy syndrome. The gay paedophiles have a penis envy syndrome, and they were diagnosed in the 1920s. Alright, and part of that is a lot of disgusting behaviour coming from them. Right, they're vile creatures. Right, they've got major psychosis problems, yeah, and they become the upper classes and psychiatrists and doctors. They have penis envy syndrome. Just ask them. Find out what they're doing, what they did that day. 98% of it is centered around their penis envy syndrome. Okay, they're homosexual paedophiles as well. Okay, they are the Houses of Lords. They run cash converters and CEX and McDonald's and all the schools and all the nightclubs, pubs and the hotels. And they have penis envy syndrome, and that's why they're destroying England and America. And then they're also Zelensky, and then they're also Hamas. Alright, so you can see the destruction that the pathetic upper classes are and in the Houses of Lords, and their psychological problems affecting everyone else. So the upper classes, judges and lawyers, they're a Stalinistic system that's actually about 8 or 9 times worse than Hitler ever was when it comes to terms to anti-Semitism and concentration camps. They were far bigger under Stalinism, and the anti-Semitism was more devastating. Alright, so now that obviously went into Germany, and then they blamed Hitler, but obviously he had nothing to do with it. It was all an extension of Stalinism exiled out of Russia. Putin hates these Stalinists and won't allow them into Russia. And then now these Stalinists are Zelensky, and they're attacking Russia again. Alright, because they are superior. They created the Indo farming industry, they're part of NASA, they're part of the modern world. Right, now Zelensky isn't, he's the gay communities, he's Central Africa as well. And he is claiming to be better than America. And that's why he's at war with the modern world, especially Russia right now. So the gays and the upper classes have this penis envy syndrome, and it's affecting everyone. And they're gay paedophiles group, and they're psychotic, and they're basically what you they created vigilante groups out there, for instance, all created by the upper classes. Liver eating is created by doctors because doctors know your liver creates a protein called GT5 that creates your white skin, and the doctors are Central Africa. They are gay paedophiles. They like the African boys, and that's why they've created vigilantism to kill the white man. And that's based. The doctors have created that. They have penis envy syndrome. They are gay paedophiles in love with little African boys, and they are killing all the other countries out there, and that's your upper classes. Okay, so they're also vigilantism. So vigilantism is Central Africa, and it's all a homosexual paedophile group with penis envy syndrome. And they're lethal. They need to be contained. They need America, Russia, and China to invade Europe to dismantle vigilantism and remove it because of its bad behaviour in the past, and send it to Vigilante Central Africa, with the upper classes. They'll also be sent there for a homosexual fest, something like Mardi Gras in the Central Africa is their future. So vigilantism is created by the upper classes and the gay communities, no girls allowed, and they are paedophiles, gay, homosexual paedophiles. The song Champagne Supernova is describing the head of the vigilante system across international politics, military, and also on the ground. Vigilantism, it's 90% of people's thought and morale. Okay, but yeah, those people are doing that are a seriously unwell, psychotic and deluded bunch of gay paedophiles drinking lots of boys' cum, okay, and then they've got penis envy for all the heterosexuals out there, for all the others out there, penis envy, and then part of that is vigilantism, and then this group that are doing it are homosexuals in love with Africa. They've created liver eating, where your GT5 is produced that creates your white skin in your liver. Right, so now the upper classes and the homosexuals and the Africans are eating people's liver because they're killing the white people. They're too slim for anal sex. They don't like their little boys, they like the African boys. They're bigger. Right, so and then the gyms are involved. The gyms are the mass African immigration, mass Pakistani immigration, and the gyms have stolen the hotels because they're bigger, and they're a homosexual group. Champagne Supernova is actually about the gyms. Gyms are named after Jimmy Page, calling him too slim. They don't like the rock world at all, the Africans, and they're killing the music stars out there like Kurt Cobain, Michael Jackson, Prince, David Bowie, all being murdered by the gyms, and the homosexual paedophiles with this penis envy syndrome. So from the psychologist's point of view, those with the penis envy syndrome are the worst of the worst in the criminal world. Alright, they're the worst of them. Alright, they're blind as a bat, they're stupid as the day is long, they're so arrogant, and you can just be saying that adult caught in a child's body. They're acting and talking like a 2-year-old child. Those type of people, autistic idiots. Alright, those type of people. They're very unwell and deluded, and they're misguided. They're very sick as a bone, and they're constantly lying. Right, so they're kleptomaniacs and liars. That's your upper classes, kleptomaniacs and liars with a serious psychosis problem. So if you see any one of these people, stay away from them. Keep to your future instead of destroying it and amalgamating with them. You will not amalgamate with them. They are awful people with very bad intentions that do not tell you they are kleptomaniacs and liars. Those with the penis envy syndrome, vigilantes. They are a gay paedophile group. Psychologists deem them as the worst criminals in the criminal system. Over and out. So, what to expect from those with the penis envy syndrome? Well, they eat their own shit. This is the prison communities. They're messing about with shit. They eat it and throw it at other people. They've been doing this since the 18th century. I'm a trained psychologist. I studied the prison system. So the prison communities with the penis envy syndrome, vigilantism, well, they eat their own shit and they drink their own piss. They're proud and they admit that, right? They also are very into domestic abuse, so it's hyper misogyny, right? So they're very bad to the women because it's the gay communities. They are hyper violent to the women and heterosexuals out there. So a vigilante person is against heterosexuality and is going to eat your liver as soon as you meet up with him. Right, here's the upper classes, the GPs, the doctors, the lawyers and psychiatrists. They all have penis envy syndrome, deeply unwell, deluded, psychotic and sociopaths. Right, and they're liars and kleptomaniacs. They've stolen the banks, car companies and hotels, and as you can see, they've stolen the head position actually of Oasis Brothers, and me and Phil. We're the double G. I'm a trained psychologist, and on the other side, who's stolen it, well, they're heroin and crack dealers, okay, and they're drunk at 9 in the morning. They can't even spell psychology, yet they're running psychiatry and South America. It's a South American system, Stalinism. That's a whole load worse than Hitler ever was. And a whole load, and they're very anti-Semitic, where nowadays Hitler is not anti-Semitic at all. It's very clear that he's not anti-Semitic. So Stalinism, that was exiled out of Russia, well, Stalinism has chronic and acute penis envy, and they became psychiatry, GP doctors, the upper class jobs in the hospitals. They are pub landlords, and all the hotels were stolen by a gay paedophile group, stealing it off the British in sex blames. So they're psychotic, deluded, kleptomaniac and liars. And yet they hold everything that belongs to us, England, British people. Jumbo is the King of England. He died a penniless man. All his assets were stolen off him by a non-British entity, Stalinism, the upper class people. They're not all of them, but you know, loads of them there. The Houses of Lords, they are Central Africa, homosexuals, little paedophiles with them. And then they've got this penis envy syndrome over here in Britain, and it's been destroyed. So vigilantes are led by Jay, that's a homosexual paedophile wanking in front of little boys aged 7. He's a prolific homosexual paedophile, a loner, hates women. He's created vigilantism to kill the white man. Alright, because he's a pathetic animal, something like a chimpanzee. Alright, having sex with little boys and then lying, kleptomania and lying. Right, so that's vigilantism, and they're also an animal group, right? So they're cannibals. This kleptomaniac vigilante group is a cannibal with their penis envy, right? And they're not trustworthy. So if you see them, they're killing little girls, little kids, little boys, and then taking their skulls and making a necklace out of it. That's what vigilantism is, making a necklace out of little girls' skulls. It's the group, it's the homosexual group. Okay, they're narcissistic, evil, sadistic, pathetic and satanic. Okay, that's Satan. Down there in Africa, a pygmy group. They are now all the gay communities. They are Stalinism, and the upper classes have imported it here, right? So now we're suffering at the hands of gay paedophiles wearing this necklace, and that this gay paedophile group with a necklace of skulls made out of young girls' skulls that they've eaten in cannibalism, that is the Law Society. Those are the judges. They are the 18 sex laws. They are vigilantism and the dumbest people you'll ever meet, most of the prison community. Alright, because they're eating people's liver, actually an attack to the middle and working classes instigated by the upper classes and doctors. They're going for the GT5. Alright, so GT5 is actually a part of a protein chain that's created with the help of the liver. Right now, I know this because I'm a trained, I'm a medic. I studied biology for 15 years, and I'm a dietitian, and I'm actually the real author of the ketones diet, but it was stolen off me by the upper classes, the gay paedophiles. They're in love with Africa. I'm a Hindu, so it was all stolen off me. Alright, I'm also, I'm trained psychologist and a trained, I'm a dietitian, and the ketone diet was stolen off my computer, and 2 months later, they created the best diet in the world, best-selling diet, still to this day, is now the Manjaro diet, and my diet and system and method and approach is best-selling since 2012 when I devised it and created the main ingredient for the ketones diet. It was all stolen off me by the dark Indians and Africans and the gay people in the hospitals, and they're a gay paedophile group with penis envy syndrome, very psychotic people, not to be trusted. They eat their own shit. They're very into hyper misogyny, and they created the raspberry ketones diet, stolen actually off me. I'm the author. Also, I'm a medic and a psychologist.